California Republican Assembly leader James Gallagher speaks on what state Democrats are doing to block Republicans' efforts in California. Here's One America's Makenna Blackman with more.
California Democrats are accused by state Republicans of playing dirty tricks in response to a bipartisan effort to place the reform on Proposition 47 on the November ballot. Prop 47, which passed in 2014, loosened penalties for drug and theft crimes, adding to the state's crime problem. Joining me now is Republican Assembly Leader James Gallagher to break down what lawmakers are actually doing in Sacramento on both sides. James, it's great to speak with you again. Now, Prop 47 has been in effect for about a decade, but it seems to have impacted California negatively when it comes to drug and theft-related crimes. Democrats have also been fighting to block a votable reform for this, but now that reform was approved to be placed on the ballot, Democrats are seemingly divided on this issue. So can you go into depth more about Proposition 47 and why lawmakers are hoping the reform passes in November?
Yeah, well, thank you for having me, Makenna. And yeah, basically what we have going on in California is there is an effort to reform Prop 47. Citizens have signed, the petition to get it on the ballot, over 900,000, by the way. And is now qualified for the November ballot to, basically make crime illegal again in California. That's what this initiative would do. Democrats hate it. The governor is trying to kill it. He's trying to get it taken off the ballot. And here lately, the latest scheme is we've at the same time had this bipartisan retail theft package that's been working its way through the legislature. And they have tried to amend those bills. They're good bills, but they just don't solve the problem. They've tried to amend those bills to say if this initiative passes, those bills would become rescinded and inoperable. So it's pretty ridiculous. I mean, these games that they keep playing, and they're playing games with people's public safety.
Yeah, exactly. And it seems almost like a no-brainer and makes perfect sense to have a reform of this, because when you look at the increase of criminal activity with numerous smash and grab operations taking place across the state, this is affecting community safety and also forcing many businesses to close up shop. And I'm not sure if you saw this, but Governor Newsom also said recently he wants Californians to just turn off cable news because it's causing too much stress and anxiety among residents. Do you think it's some plan to hide the failures? Why aren't officials in the state up in arms about this?
Yeah, I mean, look, they know that their policies have been terrible. Gavin Newsom supports Prop 47. He has said that we don't need to change it at all. And all of this while crime is up, violent crime's up 13%. We have smash grabs are a daily basis in our cities. Cars getting broken into. Small businesses, yeah, I mean, just being raided, every day because people know that they can steal and there'll be essentially no penalty because of Prop 47. I mean, the governor actually said he experienced it himself when he went into a Walmart, yet he refuses to really do anything about it and support this reform of Prop 47. So it's been very frustrating, but the voters, the citizens have risen up. They've signed this initiative. We believe we can get it passed. But they're scared to death. They're scared to death that this will pass. And they're scared also that it will lead to the election of more Republicans in California.
Absolutely. And I also want to know, is there any part of this reform that touches on the migrant crisis? Because most of those who are coming across our border have criminal backgrounds.
Well, yeah, actually, what a big part of this initiative is fentanyl and really cracking down and having greater penalties for fentanyl dealers. And a lot of this fentanyl is coming over our border. That's just a fact. Now the governor just recently announced, finally, they're going to send more National Guard down to the border to help out. We've been saying that for years. We've been saying that, especially in this year, when we've seen the big surge at the border that we've seen. He sent 40 people there, 40 National Guard. Meanwhile, we have more and more of this fentanyl pouring across our border. Not to mention, a crisis of illegal immigrants coming into our country. We're not prepared to, do anything to secure them, and we don't even know who they are. And so the governor, has been very lax. He failed to really protect this state, and this is just another example of it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I hope there's a silver lining come November for California, since it's a beautiful state, but it's ran by some pretty corrupt people. But Republican Assembly Leader James Gallagher, it's always a pleasure speaking with you, and thank you for all your hard work.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.